Muting this shit. Wait, hello? Did I fix this? Okay. Yep, we're good to go. Welcome, everyone. Episode 15 of the Burn One podcast. Somehow still trucking along here. What do I have? What did I do with the sheet? I just had it right here. Okay, here it is. Joined only with four of us today. Myself, Jason, Carmen, and Dean. Nico might be joining us a little bit later. He got stuck in a meeting, and once he's done with that, he'll probably hop in. We don't have, I guess, we have a few things to talk about today, but it's not like a lot of crazy things. The biggest topic probably is just going to be the AnimEvo updates. As some of you are aware, we were actually hit with a cease and desist through Heart of the Cards because we were running the event on TTS. So basically, Bushiro Japan requested that Heart of the Cards send a cease and desist because they didn't want us to play the event on Tabletop Simulator, which makes complete sense. It was something we were worried about in the beginning when we were first discussing logistics for the event, and we were kind of hoping we would just kind of slide by and they wouldn't care because of the whole pandemic thing going on, stuff like that. And honestly, it's one of the few ways you can do an open tournament without having to worry about every other player possibly cheating or something and other weird issues coming up, camera disconnects in the middle and stuff like that. But unfortunately, they hit us with that. We ended up having to comply. Even if we could fight it for whatever reason, I don't know why we would, but say if there was a way, that it was just not even worth our time and the effort because it would just cost money on this event that we're just literally doing for free. And the fact that they were even willing to send us a cease and desist order means they kind of don't want to mess around, I guess. So we're just moving over to webcam now. So anyone who was not wanting to play because it wasn't webcam, they can hop on now and still join. There's still about one more week, about a week left before signups close. We're already up to 107 people, or 108 I think it is. No, 107.
Yeah.
Which means, first of all, it's
size of a regional.
Yeah, it's basically size of a regional. Yeah. One of the big things though is because of the turnout, it was way more than I thought we were gonna get. I thought we were gonna hit in the 60s, but I mean, if this trend continues and we keep getting more players, it's gonna become a 2-day event for sure. We were discussing a cut to top 16, but I mean, it looks like we can get a clean cut top 8 if we do 2-day event. So that's what right now looks like is going to happen. Day 1 is going to be Swiss, and if you plan to make top 8, you'll have to join us again the next day for top 8 for day 2. And day 2 we'll be streaming every single match in top 8. And on day 1 during Swiss, we'll just pick random games out of the winners bracket of Swiss, of the undefeated bracket area, and we'll just stream some of those games when possible and do commentary over those, which will be a lot of fun. The next thing is that since we moved over to webcam, we've been getting questions about Japanese and English cards. So I think we've all ended up deciding US. Yeah, okay, Daryl. Of course, it's the biggest event in the US so far, seeing as everything's closed. I'll give you that. AnimEvo has the biggest Weiss tournament this year, 100% confirmed. Yeah, but
for sure.
I think we ended up deciding it's okay, we're gonna let people play English cards. It's not a big deal because we want as many people to be able to play in this event as possible, and we make it as easy as possible. The only thing is we ended up deciding that we're just gonna have them follow the JP ban list and the JP deck construction as far as playing English cards, so you're able to play English and Japanese cards in the same deck. The only 2 sets that aren't affected by this is English Card Captain Sakura and Batman Ninja. Those 2 sets can just play based on the English ban list. So the only card I think is Gorilla Grodd, right?
Gorilla Grodd and the demo deck.
Yeah.
Choice.
Yeah, a choice between those 2. So that would be the only restriction as far as English goes. And as long as the cards exist in Japanese, you're able to play them in. I don't think anyone would come with Fairy Tale or something. But yeah, any of the English exclusive cards aren't going to be legal for this event, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I think it's just the fairest thing we can do. Even I don't know who would come in with those cards anyway, because they're kind of underpowered at this point if they're planning to do anything other, unless they're just planning to play a couple games that day. But yeah, those sets are kind of sort of irrelevant nowadays. But yeah, I think the last big thing about it too is the bright side out of all this is that we actually got some price support from Bushiroad Japan and Heart of the Cards during the whole like cease and desist fiasco. Daryl actually made a comment about, you know, if they're willing to do any prize supporting or anything like help out and like, you know, as like kind of like good faith and make it look good for the community and stuff like that. And so they've gone ahead and provided us with PR cards. So we're going to have 4. I should have probably got the picture of it up already, but we're getting 4 prize cards. They're special stamped congratulation cards. The card itself is from, let me see, I'm gonna pull it up here. It is the Sword Art Online. I think it's a 112K counter, right? Let's see. Where is it? Looking Yute here. It's not like a super expensive card, but I mean, it's interesting. It's like a card that we don't have easy access to in America anyway, because you have to win some event in Japan to get it. Let's see, allocization. Where is this card? All right, here it is. Let me just open this up on stream for you guys. Wait, what the fuck? Not this. I hear Shadowverse going on in the background. All right, let's see. Screen capture. So they are providing 4 of this card here on the screen. As congratulation promos, we're getting 4 of them, so we're going to give this out to top 4. It'll be mailed out with the playmats once they get created and sent out to those players. Oh, it's a 1-0 counter. Why did someone say it was a 1-1-2?
It's a splittable 2K.
Yeah, no, this one isn't splittable though, right? Only.
No, it should be the reprint of the split.
Oh, it is. It is a splittable. Oh, okay, sure. I thought it wasn't splittable for some reason. They've printed this like a couple times, right? But. Yeah.
They reprinted this one exactly with they printed it foil, non-foil, and then with that.
Okay. So 4 people will get this, and then they're providing extra of the congratulations version, which we will send out to anyone who wants it. If they want to pay for postage, we will mail it to them for free, or not for free because you guys are paying for postage. But you're able to get that if you'd like. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited that they provided anything, honestly, which is really cool. And yeah, I hope everyone's excited for AnimEvo, which is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, do you guys have any questions as far as AnimEvo goes? Any of you guys here?
No.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
I look forward to Riaz winning this as well.
Riaz didn't even win the WSI tournament, man. So clearly Matt's going to win it, right?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, man. Let's see here. Man, why does my mic level always mess around? I need to figure out how to fix that. I think as far as that goes, unless chat has any specific questions about AnimEvo right now, I think that is it for that. The biggest thing is I'm really excited to be able to do like doing top 8 and doing every single match in top 8, because we're going to have to break it up into 2, unless like literally like 60 people drop from the tournament randomly the day of the tournament. It's going to be 2 days, and top 8 will be the next day with every match streamed. And yeah, from chat, is it still open to players outside of the US? Yes, it's open to anyone in the world. So as long as you have an internet connection, a webcam, and the cards, you're able to join and play in this event. Yes, Alex. English Fate and English Love Live Sunshine will have to follow the Japanese ban list. We're playing this event as if it was a Japanese tournament. The only small difference is the Batman Ninja and Cardcaptor Sakura English will be legal for the event, just for those players that end up having only like those decks or whatever. Yeah, so there's only 1 more week left for registration. I'll probably tweet out about it a little bit more this coming weekend. So if you haven't signed up, you should sign up right now, because I mean it's a free tournament, and if you enjoy this game, this is like the only event going on that's like open to the public, as far as I know, for the rest of the year. So yeah. With that being said, I think that kind of wraps up everything for AnimEvo. We can move on to the Bushiroad news. So as far as English goes, we got some sick more reveals for Adventure Time, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really good finisher. Extremely good finisher.
So that actually looks like something I want to bring to a tournament, which is
Yeah.
what we were wanting.
Yeah, it's really good. Very very good to see from, especially from an English only set.
Makes me even more hyped for Mob Psycho. Seeing Adventure Time get this kind of treatment.
Yeah, I mean, like after the fiasco of Batman Ninja, for the most part, like it's really good that this set is already looking strong out of the gates, right? Because I don't think when Batman Ninja
Yeah.
was going on, we never had like we were never excited about anything. They didn't show anything like super like ooh, right?
No, that's the one thing I think they should have done better with Adventure Time as well. Is like we're pretty far into the reveals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
And like we finally started to get the Ricky and like a lot of the good cards only recently. I think it's good they're finally doing good cards, but I feel like they should also be like they should have hyped us up like a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah, I think the English side for Weiss has always been done. I don't want to say like a shitty job, but it's like almost a non-existent job of like ever hyping up any of the sets. I think if
Yeah.
anything, the community does more work hyping up like sales for a set, especially when people ask like, "Is X set good?" and everyone's like, yeah, this set's broken or whatever,
Yeah, because like you look at Japanese and they give you like the premier finishers, and then afterwards is when they show you there's nothing else in the set.
It's pretty true.
Those articles have been pretty well written. Those like weekly things in
Yeah.
terms of using terminology and bringing up situations that like sound like this person actually understands how the game is played to a certain point, which is something that they haven't done previously. So that's been really good. I hope they keep that up going into Mob. And like you said, Dina, I really hope they show us some of the good stuff early.
Yeah, because I mean, Adventure Time was like we got like Lemon Grab as our card in the demo, and like
Yeah.
a TD card, like a 1175, and people were just like, "Oh no, it's Batman Ninja all over again." It's like no, they clearly had cards that were good.
And they need to never do that, like community picks what card gets revealed. I hate that stuff. Just show us some good cards first. Don't let, because that's the last thing I want to hear later. Is like during reveals, it's like, oh man, it could be good. We just picked the wrong card, guys. Like, it's just like just show us some good stuff. I don't want to deal with that. Show us like 3 RRs. That's all I need. 3. Show me a level 0, a level 1, and a level 3. Good to go.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to note too is a while ago, before they started revealing Adventure Time, I think they were planning to have like social media people reveal cards, because I was asked by Bouchard USA, and they wanted my information and stuff. And potentially, I think they were going to give out like double R cards to these people, and then we were going to like reveal them on stream or something at some point. But I don't think that ever panned out. I know they did it for Vanguard, and I think that's why they were going to do it for Weiss as well. But I'm not sure if that just like didn't happen at all, or like they just gave up on it or whatever. But I guess with the pandemic stuff happened, maybe a lot of things changed, and they just decided to do the reveals themselves. Because I know, like every week they were revealing cards on their Bushi Fight server, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
they did like the Staff Slayer thing. They led into a showcase.
Yeah, and usually they revealed it was like one card every like day there, right?
It's like
Or every
times-
event.
times a
Yeah,
week.
something like that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it was it's kind of annoying because it's like hard to find those cards like once they get revealed if you're not like paying attention. But yeah, so Adventure Time, actually pretty excited for that set now. It's hopefully going to not break English format or something, but the finisher looks really crazy, and then it has a bonder to the finisher, right? That Jake bonds
It's
to
a
it.
double bonder. It also
Yeah.
bonds to the wormhole event.
Dang, that's really good.
Yeah, K1 bond to the 3/2, ditch bond to the event. Pretty
So
good.
tricky. We got revealed that level 1 combo with the standby choice, natural synergy. We'll see how that stuff goes.
What about you,
looking-
Nico?
shaping
Any
up.
thoughts now that you've joined us?
Oh, what on
Welcome,
Adventure Time?
Nico.
I don't care, dude. I'm not buying into the set. It's not Rick and
Have you
Morty.
seen that finisher? Oh, my God.
No. I did see the finisher. The finisher does look really strong. All in all, with no memes, it's nice to see Bushi's actually like releasing a playable set in English. Obviously, like better word than playable, but something like
Yeah.
could be considered.
I mean-
like, probably A S tier is like the speculation
Yeah.
for this right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
any-
worst case
easily
scenario is just
playable.
like at least somewhere up there in like the top 10 decks, right?
Hmm.
Pretty easily.
I think people would have been happy if Adventure Time was just playable. Turns out it ended up being good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially after Batman Ninja, people were just
Mhm.
hoping for literally anything that they wouldn't feel bad about bringing to locals. And instead, they're getting something that's really good. So, hope they can keep it up. I
Yeah.
really love Mob Psycho as a show, like as a property. So, I hope that one's good.
Well, I feel like that's a set that could randomly go into JP. So like I think they
Yeah.
won't screw it up, but
Well, they had a really spooky line in the thing saying like the regions this set is playable in may change in coming weeks or something like that. And I was like, oh no, not again.
well, I mean, if they do that, doesn't that make it like they're gonna whatever effects these cards get are gonna be like active in Japan if we're actually scared of them?
Yeah, I think what it was actually referencing was playability in certain European regions due to licensing issues.
Yeah,
They're,
or like China and
they're
something.
still hashing that out. I guess they just didn't want to say, here it is, here's the product reveal, without saying like, hey, we're still working on this stuff. So
Yeah,
I guess they're just covering their asses.
yeah. But yeah, just moving on to that, Mob Psycho got a release date announced, which is December 18th, which is a lot sooner than I kind of expected. I thought it was going to be really early 2021. I wasn't expecting to lose a lot of money at the end of this year with like all these sets. Well, isn't there like 4 sets coming out on December or something ridiculous?
There's too
It's
many.
3 now. It's
3
what
now?
is it? Kaguya, Fate, and
Japanese doesn't count for
what is it?
English mob.
and
Psycho.
Mob now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dumb people
Very
like us who
cool.
play both versions of the game, like we have to now
Yeah.
spend a lot of money if we care about any of those titles, and they're all like really good titles. Mob Psycho, I know in the West is very popular, and then
No,
I'm
they're all
excited.
desired.
Yeah, and everyone's probably excited for Kaguya.
Yeah, Kaguya and Mob are the same day.
Yep.
December 18th.
Jesus. That
And
is,
then-
oh no.
Bowfreeze November.
And then Double Tap in January with Precone and Rental Girlfriend.
Yeah. Rendell Girlfriend, those voice actress SPs are gonna
Mhm.
bankrupt people.
Yeah. Especially when After Quince comes out.
Star-studded voice cast
2
for that
months
show.
before.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not looking forward to Rental Girlfriend, cause yeah.
Really? Are you getting into Rental Girlfriend Kit?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose money in that set. I might spend some money to make it all shiny, depending
Sora,
on.
Sora Amamiya, Aqua.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I have more Aqua SPs, easy, and then I get a Aoyuki too. Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Mm.
yeah, but she sucks. Mom sucks. Character's literally trash.
Yeah.
Pretty true.
But the
I
whole
hate
cast
that
is
it's her
actually
voice.
good, though.
And then
And
that
there's
character
now
sucks.
too.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything else going on in English? I only have those things like really as
No.
far as English news goes.
Madoka comes out
No.
soon.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
in English?
No,
Is it
Nico.
already that soon?
No, Nico.
Is it actually that soon?
Yes.
Oh, record in English?
Madoka is very soon.
I thought Madoka came out soon in English.
For English?
I guess
It
I
says
haven't really-
date TBA.
Is it
Oh,
TBA? I
okay.
thought it was sooner.
Yeah, TBA. The now with Mob
We have
as of
course,
today.
it was- oh no, Nazaric's the next one, right? That and Memory Stone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
here I have it up right here. It's,
forgot
we
Memory
just
Stone
did
was Memory.
Slime. End of this month we got Memory Snow. End of September Nazarick. End of October Konosuba, Legend of Crimson, and then November 20th Adventure Time, Mob, December 8th.
Okay, so Madoka's
That's the
probably
last thing.
beginning of the year for
Yeah.
2021.
We don't have release dates for Grand Order or Magia Record. Either of them.
I don't think either of those sets are going to do much in English, but
Unfortunately, I think I agree. I was kind of high on Fate, and then I played it a couple times, played into it a couple times, and I'm just like, eh.
I like it. I think it's just another like fine set though in the end.
Yeah. Just okay.
Well, with that, I guess moving on to the JP side of Bushiroad news. I guess the big thing is today Madoka released, right? Officially.
Yeah. I got the playset in the mail today.
Oh boy, you're so
that was
excited,
bad.
aren't you?
This box over here.
That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Time to
I'm
go
so
play.
sorry
Time to go
that
play
happened
Bag
to you.
Bar.
Nico, how excited are you? You sound so excited. You just want to leave right now and build your deck.
They have an army deck, right? And that's about it.
They do have an army deck. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, I don't think Madoka is going to be as bad as everybody's making it out to be.
The Bag Bar
It's
deck.
not going to
seems
be
pretty
good, but it's not going to be like unplayable bad.
I thought Bag Bar seems pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw that list going around. I don't know. Are you talking about like the one I think Rintaro posted?
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
a couple other players.
Well,
posted
Yabi was
it.
playing it too. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty.
I haven't
thought
seen
it was
Yabi
pretty
play
decent.
it, but from what it looks like on paper, it looks pretty solid. But
Better than Nate Choice.
yeah, I mean, right now, like I don't know. From like the little testing I've seen you guys do of Madoka, like
Yeah.
the deck still does the same thing it always did, which was I spam heal and someone loses the game eventually. Really, because
Yeah.
the deck never didn't get any tools to fight like weird compression states, right? No Fumio, no stock
No.
swap, no like nothing that hurts memory.
No.
So like it just got more tools of the same stuff that it already was like doing well with, right? I feel like.
Wait, it got a card to hurt memory. What do you mean?
Wait,
It got
what
the
card?
2-1 bomb.
yeah,
dude.
yeah. You're right. You're
It
right.
got the 2-1 bomb.
Wait, what does
That's
it do?
dumb.
Yeah.
If you or your opponent have more than 4 memory, dump all but 4. Both players choose 4 cards in their memory. Dump the rest.
Very cool. That means Slime can reuse their masks. Awesome.
Mhm.
Hey man, you dump them right before they refresh, and then you kill them, duh. Because they're
Oh.
gonna get rid of all. They're gonna get rid of all of the friggin' what's her face, the Chloe's anyway. Because they're gonna be like, oh, this card's dead. Chuck them to stock, clock them, level them, whatever, and then you're like, oh, got him, sick bonder, and there you go.
We already
Yeah,
have Nico. We need the new Madoka deck profile.
Dude,
We're waiting
Every
for
set
you.
needs a Konami code now, just a better Konami code. That's just how it has to be. And
I
then
already
Quince will
have
be
this
the
stupid
master
deck
race.
tech, dude. It's just called Don't Build the Deck.
Dude, it's gonna be Quince. Quince is gonna get the Konami code with an actually irrelevant condition, and then it'll be the anti-memory deck. It's gonna be sick. Push Quince.
Oh man. I mean, like, how do you guys feel like this set's probably not going to really affect much of the meta, right? Currently, because
No,
right now
I
we
don't
have like
think
Dal
No.
running around being the big boogeyman of the
No.
meta.
I'm just really disappointed. Like this is the follow up to Dao is reprinted cards the set.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Quince is gonna
Just
save anime.
reprinted
though.
under a different name and color because like what we had reprint of anti-change counter, Ricky,
Runner.
refresh, runner. Wait, runner? Which runner?
Yeah, the Kyoko bomb.
Oh my god. They were,
Oh, really
Yeah,
old
That
card?
was one
Clock
set
bomb.
ago. What? The...
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
clock bomb
dude.
now though.
I feel
Oh
like
my
they hired some
God.
guy and they were like, "Dude, this is your first set. Don't fuck it up." And then he's like, "Oh no, I'll just reprint all
I'll
the
just
effects."
use the other sets as reference.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Look,
I mean, do
they-
you think it's just like they're afraid to give like old set support, like too much good support?
I think
It's
they might be trying to
possible.
avoid like what happened to Fate.
Yeah,
But then
could
they
be.
print Day Live straight out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Data Live's its own set, dude. So it's fine. There's no risk.
I think
Sure.
Can't break Fujimi. All the Fujimi cards suck.
I think the biggest thing for them was that the biggest thing for them was that they didn't want because Madoka is so old, they didn't want these old cards become super relevant to the point that they're like, if you want to play this deck, you got to spend $50 per card to get it because it was made in like 2007 or something. So they reprinted a lot of effects, which ate up a ton of slots, right? That's my assumption is why they
Just be like
reprinted so
Fate.
much. I'm sorry?
Be like Fate. Reprint one good card a set.
Yeah. I wish they didn't reprint as many of those cards. Otherwise, I think
One
they
thing
would have had more room to like play around with stuff, right?
New
It's
set
like the
sets,
super
odds,
impactful cards though, and not only that, they just had a reprint of the just
Mhm.
normal Magia record set. So like the other super impactful cards are like, from Magia
Kyoko
record.
bomb money. Hello.
Yeah. So like from the old sets, yeah, I guess you have like Sayaka's Wishes if you're still
It's like Sayaka's Wish, Homura, Free Fresh,
They didn't
right?
Homura-
Homura, Refresh,
Them-
and that's about it. That's literally I think just about it. Except maybe like some old Sayaka healer cards that you could run,
Mm-hmm.
which they didn't
Wowie.
reprint. So even then, like that logic doesn't
Look,
even make
you
sense.
have to play the set one Madoka Sayaka because when it dies, it goes in memory for your memory compression.
Oh, huge.
Oh, you're right.
Then it turns off all your other memory cards because they require 2 or less.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Dude, Madoka's broken. Can only get to 3 memory without Sayaka's.
Oh god.
Yeah, I also love how like they printed all these memory cards, but they're like can only send them a memory if
Because
you have
they-
like what 2 or less memory. We
Dude,
want to
because
avoid the
it-
Saikano problem.
It'd be anti-synergy with the 2-1. Hello? Why are they gonna have you stack memory?
I hate you, Jason.
It's true.
Oh yeah, Taya says the anti-change counter for Kyoko, the sack counter, they reprinted that also, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I thought I mentioned that, but yeah, they reprinted that.
Yeah.
I get. Oh yeah, that wasn't Rebellion.
Yeah. Oh man, Kuhn just saw your wall scroll for the first time, Dean.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Welcome.
Oh,
Kuhn.
that's been there.
This is
Yeah,
so
every
good.
episode.
Like 3 years.
Yes.
Every episode.
Asanagi
beautiful.
dog.
Yep, Asanagi's pretty cool. All right. Next thing, Fate Heaven's Feel Set 2 announced for JP with the reprint of Ilya. Like
Nope,
we were saying.
But it's restricted. Doesn't matter.
Good. Well,
You're playing Ilya choice. You're inting anyway.
It's if it has a different name, but doesn't have like this that you know how they put
The text
cards with different names,
yeah.
like for like the Akatsuki and Kantai
Yeah.
and shit. If they don't do that and they just restrict it because they want to say it's a different card, and then it comes to English, then we have a problem. Because then they can run 12 Asusas if they want.
So we're only playing 8 good Azuses though.
Yeah, only 8 good Asusas. Sakura Asus is bad, but
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
yeah, I think that would be a very funny world to live in where there's
But it's gonna
like,
happen.
yeah, like
It's bound to happen.
yeah.
this is one of those things that's like better for English than Japanese, right?
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
yeah.
way better for
Yeah.
English.
right now, my problem with Fate is I'm picking it up from my locals just because it's like sitting on the shelf, and I think in order to finish English Fate, you have to spend like close to $170 on like
Yeah.
cards between
Yeah,
like 4
like
Iliaduses
Iliadusa.
and 4 of the Clock Encores, and that's like
Yep.
close to $200.
I got like really lucky.
And I don't like Fate, so like why the hell would I ever pay that, right?
I
Like,
got
I'm already, so I'm
got
just like
$1.
stuck with cards.
How much are Shiras now?
Oh,
15?
25 to 50.
25.
Whoa, dude, I paid like $5 each for those, dude.
I paid
I paid like
$1.
$15 each. I got
Stock swaps are
15?
$5.
yeah, I
God,
got a placement for 60.
I picked them up off TCG Player $1 each.
Damn.
Yeah, I picked them up pretty early too. Was it before the set was announced in English? Probably not. It's probably like right when they announced it. I was like, okay, I'm playing the set for Worlds. So then I
picked it up. I
bought
picked it up after Toronto WGP
Mhm.
because I remember being in the subway and being like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Fate for Worlds," and then I just went and ordered the cards the next day, and I'm like, "Wow, a lot of these are really cheap."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, I need to sell those. Well, the worst part was I was actually considering just selling my Fate deck, and then they announced a set 2, and if they announced a set 2 in English, I think I need to hold on to these cards. now.
Yeah, hold on to everything. Same reason I'm holding on to my Bunny Girl playset, dude.
It's not coming.
Oh
I
no, we have
believe.
to get Dreaming Girl.
It's been so long. It's not coming. Bunny Girl's too strong, dude.
Yeah, too strong. Can't bring it.
Are you guys ready for this English Data Live announcement?
Oh, shut up, please.
Oh
no.
no.
That would actually be
shit.
awful.
Yeah, I don't know if I can play the
Version-
game.
Version E.
Oh my god, I just couldn't imagine myself going into a tournament and being like, oh no, everyone here is just as smooth-brained as I am. Everyone's playing choice. Everyone's
Wait,
playing
but everybody
pants.
at those events are smooth-brained anyway. It doesn't
Yeah,
change anything.
but my brain was much smoother before. I was just like, top check, was it a level 3? I win the game! Now, but yeah. Oh man, that deck is so Pepega. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Pepega to the point where it's actually extremely boring to play. I don't know if that's your guys' experience with it.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
boring
is
to
pretty
play,
boring,
and it's
but I
boring
pretend
to
to have
play
fun.
again. Dude, it's not even fun to play. It's not fun to play against. It's not even fun to when it's not even fun to play. That's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like looking at my hand and being like, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because this turn I just
You're
get a new
handling
hand
all
anyway.
this trash, and you're just
Yeah.
like,
I'm just gonna draw a new hand anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Pokemon, man. It's just like just draw a new hand.
Yeah,
Keep going.
just play Sycamore, move on.
Yeah, it's just like drop.
Oh man, what was
Game.
that? I remember when I started playing Pokemon for a while, like semi-competitively. Was it N? It was like it didn't matter how many times you took a mulligan and let your opponent draw extra cards because you just get end anyway, turn 1.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Mm.
oh, that's cool. Draw a 6-card hand. That was really cool.
Yeah. If they drew too big of a hand, you just went alright. And
Yeah.
now it's reset stamp. That's
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, what does that do?
Just
Uh,
end you both. It just ends your opponent.
yeah.
All right.
You shuffle your whole hand back and then draw for the number of prize cards that you
Well,
have.
no, I don't.
No, that's
That was
N.
N.
That's reset stamp.
Is it reset stamp as well? Is reset
Yeah.
Wait,
stamp
are they just the
N?
same text?
Reset stamp is you shuffle your hand back into your deck and then draw equal to
Yeah, so
the
it's just
number of
N.
prize cards.
It's N as an item though, not instead of a trainer.
item.
Oh, it's not a trainer.
So-
It's not even the
Yeah.
support.
So you
Was it
can-
N a support?
You
Why are
can
we talking
grab
about
it.
Pokemon? on this
N was
podcast? Jesus
N was
Christ.
an actual trainer, like
Oh
a
my
Pokemon.
God.
Yeah, like a support. Yeah, a supporter. That's what
Dang,
it
so you
was.
can do this like
Or
3
an
times a turn? Sounds pretty broken.
Well, you only played like 1 or 2, I think, and it was just like, oh, does my opponent have reset stamp? Oh, all right, good game. Because Pokemon became like all about like sculpting your hand or whatever. Game sucks though, PBH.
Yeah, it's a very fun solitary game, and then sometimes you look at your opponent and go, "Oh wait, I won."
Oh no, it is just your opponent. Yeah.
Oh, it's
God damn it.
only your opponent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only your opponent.
N was both players.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
What the
Very
hell?
cool.
All right, dude. They're like, yeah, N seems pretty powerful, but what if we just made it only our opponent? That'd be pretty funny. Oh man. All right. I think the last thing I have listed here for Bushiroad Japan news for Weiss at least is that I don't think we talked about this last time because it's been a little while. But as far as the WGP events in Japan goes, we talked before how they're doing it like in a 3-stage format where you do like your local shop WGP. The winner of that moves on to like the regional shop WGP, like it's just a bigger shop challenge thing where only the winners enter that. And then after that, it goes into the national tournament. So the one winner of each region gets to play or whatever. I just found out the other day or so. I think this has been up on the website for a little while now. But apparently, if your stage 2 tournament gets canceled or the shop closes or something, you just fucking lose the spots. You're just out of luck.
What?
Oh no!
What?
You don't even get a chance to like do it again or anything. I didn't read more into it. I just thought it was hilarious that was like that. But I mean, it makes sense because if like there's another outbreak of anything, like what can they really do about it, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna say tough luck, dude.
Yeah. So that actually really sucks for Japan if like any of their stage 2 tournaments just randomly get canceled.
I mean, this world is already gonna be like hella lame.
Yeah, the world's gonna be pretty. Yeah.
It's gonna be basically all JP reps and maybe a few other Asia reps, but no EU, no NA.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing.
Not that we did anything anyway,
Dude.
but
Also,
We
Australia
usually-
was supposed to come this year, wasn't it? Because of last year, and
I
now
have no idea.
Australia doesn't get to come anyway.
Woo!
Man, I
It's
wonder.
messed up, dude.
Yep. I wonder if anything's gonna happen for North America, like, because Heart of the Cards is the company that usually handles the North American WGP, and they haven't announced anything yet. And usually I run one of the tournaments every year, and it is let's see here, yeah, and I haven't even got any email or information from them about it. So I don't know. I think just this year North America is just dead for any like competitive JP format outside of AnimEvo.
I thought they were gonna do something, but
Yeah, at least at the local level.
it's
right?
not. Yeah,
I mean,
Just
I guess we have like one more
literally
month.
anything.
Maybe they'll announce something in September. Because usually, I think was it last year? Did they start in September or was it in August? They started doing.
I thought they started late August last year, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, usually by now they would be sending out emails to try to set up these things. So.
Because like the shop challenge or whatever circuit or the qualifier circuit ran for like 2 or 3 months, and then you have the thing in November.
Yeah. Whoops. All right. I think that is it for the Bushiroad news for JP. Unless you guys have anything else, nothing else I'm missing, right? Is that
No.
Dang. Yeah. So Audrey in chat also points out that apparently Hammer Girl, which is like the location where the national tournament happens, they're not even open right now. They're still running events through Discord and stuff like that. Not even in the store. So I think if like even if their venue space isn't open, then there definitely nothing's probably going to happen, right? Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, if their venue isn't open, then I know they're still taking orders and stuff because our one store recently became an official Hotsy store. So they're still doing orders and stuff. They're just not open for events.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Hopefully something like develops out of it. I don't know what they're planning to do, if they're even trying to plan anything. But hopefully they announce something soon. Otherwise, it'll be very sad times. But yeah, I think that is it for any JP news. One thing we have this, like, towards the end of this week too, is kind of like the Japanese meta trend and how's it been going recently. For those for those that aren't aware, like after we released our tier list, basically, what is it? Japan released an open survey tier list they did, right? And then also was it
people?
And then was it Thailand or something? I think.
Yeah, in Thailand as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was from the Weiss Schwarz Cafe, I think is what their group's called or something, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
those lists dropped dropped this week, which is pretty cool. We get to compare it to our list, and basically all three lists look almost identical here. So like
at least the like things that matters. Which
yeah,
is,
the
the
first
top,
two tiers
yeah.
like are basically identical for the most part. Like the first 10 to 15 sets or so. Which I don't think is a surprise, really. The only difference, really, is that we were kind of arguing about it being a little bit too early to be like, yeah, Dal might be the best deck in the format. And both those tier lists basically agree that Dal is the best deck in the format right now. It's,
I still think you could argue some discrepancy of the still new release things. This did just drop, within what is it? A little like a lump of Dal, and it's kind of been pretty spooky. So I don't know. I still don't think Dal is the point gap was pretty high for the image, but
yeah, I think
Like,
I think rating it as best deck in format and like to that level of a degree might be a little too much, but it's still.
I just think it's like the new.
It's
deck.
definitely for me. It's definitely like top 3.
I don't know. I've kind of been on the train of this is like literally the best deck. Like, it had
Why
just
is it printed?
Yeah, pretty much. Like the tools it has are like just so ridiculous to me that like, why would they like print stuff like this together? It's just like it has that problem of where like, one card will have one good effect, but then it happens to have another effect stapled onto it that's also good, and you're like, why? And I think like the utility is just so out of control for the set, in my opinion.
So your 5-star hand can handle 10 different situations instead of like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I think it like hurts a lot of what people consider like the top tier sets, basically. Outside of like what of the top tier sets, what do you guys think have like a really good matchup against Dal, other than the mirror match?
So if we're assuming it's 8 standby, because that's
Slime.
They were playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Slime is okay. I think
Slime and Grisaya are
no,
both kind of
Grisaya is kind of inting into 8 standby. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, into 8 standby. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
sure.
we're assuming it's 8 standby, which is the more popular version right now, it's kind of inting. Probably like I think ReZero has like a pretty favorable Dal matchup. I was talking to this about people. It's just the early plays are really hard to contest, and they can get like, especially if you're playing like 8-bar, which Japan has been leaning on alongside book bar. Like as long as you're playing like that whole like package, you can get the pucks to be like the puck and the rems to be like a pretty sizable number where it's actually hard for Dal to contest, even on defense. And I think that's
What
like
if they just level down it?
You don't care because you like unless they have double level down, like you don't really care. We were having this whole discussion about it. It's like sure if they have double level down, yeah, you got it. But at the same time, as long as you've dismantled Dal's standby board, that's already worth like so much in that matchup because Dal can't rebuild. Dal has like no ability to actually build that 2/2 board back up. So they're just like, all right, well now we're just slamming shitters the rest of the game, and you're just playing off it. So as long as you can do that to them, you kind of equalize the game state whether they level down you or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you turn into not being the board deck anymore. So, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Like it's actually like pretty favorable, I think. The rest of the decks are all pretty like whatever into it though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this was the reason too. I kind of like I don't really favor 8 standby, but I understand like how strong it can be. I've just always been. I was just like once
it just bullies everything out.
Yeah, like if it can start bullying, it just gets out of control. But if you, like you said, if it ever gets that moment of like, oh shoot, it lost its board and it kind of lost being stabilized there, it gets kind of tough for them, depending on like what their hand state's like.
Yeah, its main boon is just that there's really no sets in the meta right now that can actually do that outside of like ReZero. That can just like put out a big early play board
Mhm.
and just like give it no way to answer, because they definitely have they have the tools to like answer everything else on defense. I think it's just because Puck can get to like 16k, and that's outside of a Dow's like max range.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
ReZero, good set. Frozen Bond is sick.
Yeah. I mean, you've been pretty satisfied with it, right, Jason?
Mhm.
Since then,
I'm
yeah.
very happy with it.
Did you
I
get
was
your
playing around
climax
with
swap
the-
finally?
No,
Oh.
it's in the mail. We'll get it soon. But I was playing with that Betty deck. It's actually kind of fun. I'm gonna be honest. I
Oh,
don't
the
think
one
it's
I
that good.
linked you earlier.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. I don't think it's very good, but like
It's
when you
different.
high roll,
Yeah.
you feel unstoppable. Like I was having a good time with it. I don't think I'll play it for very long, but
Yeah, it looks like a fun deck. I watched one match. It
Yeah.
was on a YouTube match. The guy like triple bettied, and I think all three of them milled the climax. I was like, how can this happen, dude?
I was playing it last night over Discord, and the people were watching, and they're like, "How many times have you played the 1-0 Amelia stock charger?" I think I played it like 10 or 11 times during that whole game. I would just keep playing it, and then I'd overplay it, and then I'd play like the Betty 0-0, hit a climax, salvage it back, play it again. Well, pretty good.
Did you like the synergy the 1-1 and the stock charger had if when you needed to crash shitters in? I don't know if you used it that much.
I got the stock charger.
I'm sorry.
Like the stock charger, like Maya. Or...
Oh no, so you know how the 1-1 has like
the 1-1 event. Oh yeah, I did that actually. Yeah,
Okay,
I pumped
yeah.
up the 2K pack because you talked about that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
And then I actually did that at one point because I was playing against I think I was just playing against Fate Go that game, and I was just like, oh man, the Irish combo is like a 45. It's a little too big. I'll pump it to 5K, 6K with climax, and it died. I'm like, sick. Value.
Yeah. I like well, I mean, one of the synergies that was talked about in that video, which like happened accidentally sorta because Carmen and I were testing Konosuba for English, and I really like making the play in the deck where I'm in a turn where I just have to crash shitters in, or even like the first turns too, is like I drop the darkness like Ricky or whatever, and then I search out Snot Aqua, and then like Snot Aqua like hits and refunds me the stock. It just feels so good, like randomly. And so it's basically I just clocked myself to +1, and then gain extra stock, which was like really good. But it just has really weird synergies like that, and I know ReZero can do the same thing with their 1-1 support if they need to crash shitters and like that too, which is kind of good.
Yeah, having the Takitsubo option is nice. It's just unfortunate that it's a 1-1.
Yeah, instead of like a 0 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that was a 0-0, the whole package would be like actually like way more broken, I think.
Yeah, I probably agree too. Because even doing that in Konosuba, like when it doesn't hit, it already still feels good. And then if you basically guarantee it hit every time because you just stock charge. But
well, no, I also meant like just even like the whole merge package in general.
Oh
would feel
yeah.
like so much better if that card was, because then it'd be 2 stock instead of 3 stock.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like granted, you can still double early play plus summon the 3/2 for 5 stock thanks to Puck being a 1 stock healer, so that's pretty nice at least. But you take what you can get, I guess.
Yeah, we can't all be Dow apparently.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I linked this here. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a very, very short cast this week because there's not too much to talk about. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we go any further? I mean, if anyone in chat wants to ask any questions, especially about AnimEvo or something, just drop them now. Let's start going through them. Unless you guys have any other topics you really want to hit on.
I don't got much aside from whatever viewers want to ask.
Yeah, unfortunately, other than the AnimEvo stuff, it's quiet.
Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty quiet till towards the end of the year anyway, right? Only thing that's really happening is like Japanese WGP, and it doesn't seem like it's really going to be a WGP. It's more like just going to be a national tournament in Japan.
Yeah.
So we'll get to see like the results of that and whether was Data Live just wrecks everyone or not, especially when we get higher
Diversity
up.
says that it won't.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
diversity rule.
Diversity is the only thing keeping it back, I think.
Oh no, the diversity rule won't actually hurt it that much, because if a lot of people are playing it, the way it works is basically only the X and 2s are the ones that before would get pushed in and out based on diversity. So that's why like sometimes you would get like 4 of the same set in top 16 still. But the way this tiered tournament system works, I don't think diversity rule even comes into effect at all at any point. I guess maybe at the regional or at the what's it called? Not regional. I guess regional level or whatever. It might come into effect for deciding top cut, but it sounds like there's not even going to be like those tournaments aren't even going to be that big, where like they're going to have that big of a top cut because normally.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because normally the regional tournaments in Japan are like usually hit like upwards of like 200 to 300 people at an event. So now it's just like super tiny compared.
I just hope that I hope that we don't end up just seeing Dal everywhere, and and before Bushi has to do some sort of like E-ban on Dal because the rep is too high.
I don't think they're gonna E-ban Dal, dude.
I mean, you never know, man.
I mean, if they haven't E-banned Saikano, I don't think they're gonna E-ban.
I don't think Saikano was ever as big of a problem though.
Yeah, the problem was when Saikano was going to be a problem. All this shit happened, right?
Well, even then, like they were actively printing other decks that were like still very much playable, where it's like I don't have to pick Saikano to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, I guess a little bit, it kind of just feels like you have like 2 or 3 valid deck options right now that aren't Dal. If you want to play, into Dal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like maybe the Dal mirror matches keeps the deck at bay a little bit, but I don't think it will.
Yeah,
it's what's keeping its rep down to like what it is right now. I think
it's one of those things too, where like if you want to play against Dal, you have to build your deck to like not instantly lose to Dal. So you're not even building to beat Dal; you're just building to not lose to Dal.
I mean, if you just build to not
It feels really bad.
I think a lot of them is just like if you don't lose to Shido event, you have like a better time than most decks, which is
It's actually pretty hard though, is to not lose to the Shido event.
if you're not playing a
Encore
board
early
based
play,
deck or
right?
whatever, yeah. I mean, even Encore early plays are fine in Shido, right? Like that's like
Yeah.
Yeah, you just trade a card for a card, basically.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, I can't Encore, whatever.
Yeah, so if you're not playing, if you're playing an Encore early play, you're fine. If you're playing like just a deck that isn't super board based, you're probably fine. Like Grisaya doesn't care about Shido. Grisaya cares more about the 2/2s. So if Grisaya is playing against anything that isn't 8 standby, Grisaya is like actually like a good pick, I think. Which I mean, people were playing choice standby there, and people were. I haven't seen book standby as much anymore over like choice standby and 8 standby, but I did see a couple choices. So that's nice to see at least, I think.
Yeah, I did see people start experimenting with the Toka top end, even in 8 standby, basically. I think I posted a list to you guys. It was like a 6 standby, 2 Toka Climax combo. I was like, oh no, not like this.
It's just the flexibility of the set, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it comes down again, like we said, like the utility in the set is just absurd. Like,
Yeah.
I think even if the deck didn't have like crazy finishers or anything like it currently has right now, I think the deck still would like maintain being tier 1 based on utility alone for the most part. That's just my opinion though. But like, I don't know how much like these finishers like decide whether the set's gonna be really, really good or not.
See, this is the thing. We said it's just like, oh, we've talked about Dal a lot already. We're gonna talk about Dal some more, and we just end up same space, same spot.
Well, we had to replace
This is why I
Konosuba with
said I
something
didn't want to
else.
cover the tier list too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dal's just the topic right now, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It is what it is. It's all we got to go on.
I mean, it's like the only hot topic right now, right? It's just how broken is Dal actually?
Yeah, pretty much.
Answer very.
Well, I think the answer is actually hard to tell because of the events and everything. It's so hard to like tell what's actually going on. But yeah, I would hazard to guess that yes, the answer is probably yes.
Yeah. All right, so we got a few questions here from our Discord. Let's see. Hold on one second. What am I doing here? I know how to. Let me see. Dang, where I am. I guess I am dumb. Here you go. I'll throw this up in chat. If anyone's not in our Discord, you can join the Discord here. We have a channel specifically for asking questions for the podcast. So if anyone has any questions, they can throw them up there. We're going to go ahead and start with the ones from our supporters. Once again, thank you guys for helping us do our thing that we're doing and making this team possible. I really appreciate it. And we know you can spend your money elsewhere, and luckily for some reason you give us money to do content. So thanks a bunch. So the first question here is actually from Tony. What do you think is the strongest top end in DAO at the moment, and why? More DAO questions. You guys can talk about this if you want.
Stand by.
I think Kurumi, I think Toka is a good top end. I think the Icy Tail is still a good top end. They're all good top ends, but we're talking about the best. I think Kurumi wins just for the sheer flexibility of it. I think it is probably the best top end, not the best finisher necessarily, but the best top end in Weiss at the moment for the sheer versatility that it offers as a card. It can do almost anything relevant to a finisher right now, and I think that is pretty disgusting.
Yeah, nail on the head.
Yeah, it basically does it takes 3 cards to do in 1 card, right? So why?
3 cards,
and it's a healer.
Yeah,
10-5 healer.
It does too much. It's pretty unfair.
I think the sad part is too. It's if you, for whatever reason, you need to output even a little more damage, you're also running the level 3 Katori in the deck, and instead of salvaging or something with it, you can just literally give a global 1k 1 soul.
Yeah.
So you're still going to be pushing that
really
damage
cool.
if you need it. I just think.
Why does that card have 3 modes?
That you can say that literally about
every card.
Every card.
Why does that card have 3 different abilities?
I mean, it's also costless, which I think is
why
pretty insane. So it lets you flex into the cards like the Icy Tail and not feel bad about it. Where that was a card that was a card I think people tried in SAO originally when that got first printed there. Granted, I think this is the 5 card Icy Tail, right?
Yeah.
So I think SAO's was only a 4 card still, but it was the 3/1 cost or whatever, and it was just too expensive because cost at top end. But now it's free top end.
Yeah.
Icy Tail just infinitely easier to play.
Well, and this Icy Tail is also a healer, a memory kicker, sits at 11 or some shit, and then also has 5 card Icy Tail and gains additional power one.
Yeah, good card.
Oh, by the way, it also
cool.
synergizes with if you wanted to, you can shuffle back cards in or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
With your other Kurumis,
Why not?
Yeah. Very cool. Good design, Bushi.
And you can splash that in pretty much every deck because you're running yellow.
I think it's running. I think it's in every single deck.
Yeah,
you find
no
at
matter
least
what.
1 or 2 copies of that card in every single deck.
It supplements all the top ends very well too.
It
I don't
works
think
so
enough
well with
people are
everything.
talking about how good it works with everything. It's very good.
Yeah, there's many times I play the Toka top end because I just choose not to play standby, and my opponent's let me just refresh my deck, and I have no waiting room. I'm okay, that's cool. I guess I'll attack with this mill 5 first, and then now you have a waiting room again, and then I just go ahead and shuffle or top deck 3 cards to do the burn 5. I know Kurumi is easily the most busted top end for the set, but outside of Kurumi, what do you guys think is the next best? If let's just pretend today they literally banned Kurumi out of the game. What top end?
Toka probably.
Yeah,
Toka.
I like the Toka Pants since it got spoiled.
Yeah, me too, very heavily. That's why I really like the card, and I think it synergizes well with choice. And we talked about on Discord, on the card game Discord too, how you can top deck. Since you can pick the 3 cards, if you only need 2 damage to kill your opponent, you just swing with that second, top deck 2 cards and a climax, so the burn 5 cancels, and then you have 2 clean on top, and then so your last attack for 2 just goes through for 2 and you win, basically. So it has a lot of weird flexibility, sorta. But that you're kind of getting a little bit out there. Most of the time you just end up wanting to play Kurumi anyway, because Kurumi is just too good in every situation. Yep. All right. Well, thanks Tony for that question. Next we have Audrey. She asks, what are going to be the sets shine in the Bushiroad Shop League English only events, and how much can we rely on results from WSI to help gauge what to expect? Okay, so I forgot about that. Thank You Fest did start, right, this month or last week or so. So some people have been doing it. I know. Mine. Yeah, Carmen won his, right? You with ReZero. I know.
Just keep playing ReZero, man. Just the same deck.
Yeah, I know the our local one that Nico and I go to. I think we both couldn't make that one. Or did you make that one, Nico?
No.
No, yeah, I was hosting.
I had standby from work that weekend.
Yeah, and then I was hosting friends out of town that same weekend, which was unfortunate. So we both didn't make it there. And then I think Konosuba won it. Won that one, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think of, like, I guess the English meta overall right now? Because like this question's kind of tough too, because there's like a regional, like competitive level, like tier list, and then there's like the local tier list, because the metas are always completely different depending locally,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I feel like right now English is like diverse, but funnily enough, I think the diversity of English has made it actually like a pretty boring format to play right now. Like I personally, I'm a big proponent of like the triangle tier lists or whatever. Those are just the kind of metas I prefer to be playing in. But right now, I'm pretty sure you can take like, you could probably look at like the top 8 of WSI as a pretty decent indicator. I think there were a lot of people not taking it too seriously, but it's like you could play. You'll probably expect to play against AOT, Konosuba, Fate, Goblin Slayer. You know, like all the sets people have been toting for a while now. I don't think it mixed up too much. Like they're always the safe ReZero, you know, safe sets. You're just gonna see
Slime coming out. You're gonna see a ton of slime.
Now you'll see
Slime's
slime.
really strong.
Yeah, you're gonna. The other thing is nothing really stops slime from doing what it wants to do.
No.
The thing that comes closest is honestly probably ReZero, which is the reason why I brought it to the Thank You Fest, just because
Anti-change
the
counter.
strength of the anti-change counter, which isn't even that great. It's just something, and then you can like start to spike a little bit more than them at level 2, but it doesn't stop them. Nothing stops the deck. You're gonna see a lot of slime running around because not only is it new, but it's strong and it doesn't give a shit.
It's a very stable deck, right?
Yeah,
Kinda like
that's the
ReZero.
entire draw to it. It's
Yeah.
very
Very safe.
stable.
Yeah, it doesn't. If you don't play wind top end, it's not as explosive, I guess, right? You still have
Yeah,
the
but-
Milim
Well,
if you
it's
like
safer,
sculpt into
though.
it. Yeah.
yeah, it's the stability versus like the finishing power. I think.
I think I would go as far as to say I think wind and the door versions of the deck literally do exactly the same thing, except when you're having a somewhat bad game, the door version can still win, as opposed to the wind one where it'll fall apart in your hands. So there's no reason to like the increase of the ceiling isn't enough to lower your floor, like to that point. It's just not really worth it, even in English, where the wind and the like the actual finisher might be more preferable. It's still not good enough to even consider playing it over the door, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing the doorbell as well, and it's been, you know, it's been great. So like no complaints there. I see like the wind build being played occasionally, and like it's kind of like tempting because like I get to burn 2 on every attack like when I all in, which is always like fun. But the stability of the door build is just really good, and you still have that optional like if you like happen to fall into it or you sculpt for it, Milim top end is like decent enough, right?
Yeah.
Milim top end will get you there.
Mhm.
It's
The whole point is it's all on one card. So
yeah. I most of the time like I played so many games of Slime now, and I think I've resolved Milim. Like probably I can count on my hands if I really think back.
I think
It
in
just
all
becomes
my
hard
testing,
to play, but when you get to play it, it's cool.
it's like 2 or 3 times, and won the game 2 of 3 times. So,
Yeah.
it's fine. But yeah, I think slime's the thing that you'll see the most of. But yeah, I think WSI is sort of going off that. I do agree with Jason that it's like, yeah, it's a good like smoke test. But in terms of what will locally see repeated results, it's going to be the more stable decks like Slime, ReZero, and stuff like that. As like or Konosuba, like AOT, like
Yeah, I mean those were all like the best decks, right? From
yeah.
like aside
And
from
that, like-
Yaz with Alicization and Card Captor, I think those were anomalies. Player skill had like something to like a large portion to do with it over like anything. I don't think those are decks you'll see unless people were really inspired. But I think you're more expecting to see the the tried and true hyped up meta decks of the last year.
Yeah.
Probably see a lot of Goblin Slayer. That set was
Yeah, that set was so hyped, especially when it first dropped.
it was super hyped and it was bought like crazy. And I think you can still see it. Literally every card except for the 1/0 Goblin Slayer in English is dirt. Every single card in the deck is dirt except for 1/0 Goblin Slayer. I would say the entirety of your deck's price is in your Goblin Slayer. So you're going to see a lot of that just because people have it.
Yeah, I actually remember. I think the other day I priced out Standby Goblin Slayer. And I was like, "What the heck? This deck is less than $300." And I was like, which really surprised me.
And
but then,
more than half of it is the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing is that at least on the West, North America, a lot of people gravitated towards Priestess early play. I know like Nico and I were kind of shilling it in the beginning a bit too, but we kept saying like both decks were like comparable. They had different spikes on how they handled the game.
Priestess will probably do really well at the local level, actually.
At the local level and at the Swiss level.
Yeah, and which is what this entire event that Audrey's talking about is basically. It's like a series of shop challenge, effectively, which at the end of the day are locals where one or two people from out of town drive to because they couldn't win their other one. In which case, that doesn't really matter. It's still a Swiss locals environment, and Priestess eats that kind of stuff alive. Like decks that might not be fully optimized, varying skill levels, like a normal Swiss environment where it's anything goes. Neg Soul Wall stuff, and like especially Priestess, just eats that environment alive. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably still see a lot of Priestess.
All right. Thanks, Audrey, for the question. Is this some kind of meme here? How do I salvage Flucklight Avatar?
Play Riaz's list until season 2.
Yeah.
No. He figured it out. It's perfect. There's no way to improve it.
There's no he made some improvements before he actually made some improvements to it before WSI, but it was too late to submit the deck list.
No, Karma just said that's impossible.
True.
What?
Stop lying.
I mean, whatever he's playing is what you should play.
Yeah, I think Riaz had hit a pretty good grasp on it. His deck was very solid. I think that's probably, obviously, player preferences are a thing. So if you want to play something, feel free. But I think his list is probably the best thing to just base it off until the new set coming out, at least in JP. Still no announcement for English.
Yep.
It's gonna get announced, dude. It's not even
eventually.
Yeah.
Hey man, I said about Bunny Girl actually. Maybe I take it back.
Dreaming Girl, please. Dreaming Girl English.
All right, next question here is what does Slime need in the perspective of a top end since the deck has adopted the Door Pants build? What would be an ideal top end in your opinion? I mean, we kind of talked about this, right? Yeah, it's just like the deck is built around consistency, right? So all you care about is being able to like loop heal, play these, have this big spike at level 2 with your early plays that have hand on core. So your 1/0s just like, or your bad cards in your hand turn into 2 soul beaters for the rest of the game.
And then crew me on a door, I'll take it.
Yeah, crew me on a door, sure.
Yeah, I'll take Kato too. If they want to just give me that whole package, I'll take that too.
Oh my god.
Miku, I'll take the Miku 3/2 from Quince. That's pretty good too.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like the level of how stupid it has to be.
You don't have to give. I don't actually think you have to give them too much. They don't need too much better of a finisher, considering the Burn 2 and the Millum are both pretty, like, underwhelming. They're just like serviceable finishers that play well into the game plan. Since you're only looking at the wind because the wind already is redundant with the Shizus, right? Like you're playing the Shizus, like okay, sure, then this card works. I may as well play. Like, it's like a perfectly valid pick. Has some niche like meta, stuff going on with the wind to bounce standby, whatever. Cute. Not that relevant anymore, I don't think. And then Millum is just you're playing Millum for the door. It's the door, and it's like, oh hey, this combo is okay. It'll get me there sometimes.
Yeah.
But what you want is like a cheap costless combo, and I think on like a good trigger, because I think Slime really values the good trigger. So preferably, a door. I don't think it really wants anything outside of a door. Maybe a choice it would take. Choice would be pretty fine. But I think door is really what you're looking. Just some sort of like good cheap door top end is more than Slime can ask for.
Yeah, staying in line with like the deck build stuff too. Just it's things that are
Yeah.
efficient in the top end just are going to be good, especially if they're.
Because
healers.
you want to spend all that stock on early playing and stuff. So like you don't have a lot of stock at your top end a lot of the time. And like I think what Slime has going for it from 0 to 2 is already like one of the best. So I don't think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
Yeah, I have to agree. All right, we can end tonight with the good one of meme question: is Reagan in Mob Psycho 100 throwing salt equivalent to Dale Gribble and his pocket sand for Weiss?
What?
Wait, have you not seen Mob Psycho?
No.
Oh, okay. There's this character named
He's
Reagan
always
in it.
throwing salt.
Yeah, he's throwing salt all the time, claiming he was-
Reagan's my hero, dude.
Reagan
I
is
love
the best character in the
Yeah,
show.
if he
I
doesn't
love
have all the broken cards, I'm gonna be very upset.
Yeah, dude, Reagan throwing salt better be a climax.
I mean, there's no way it's not. Like,
It could be an event.
yeah, or an event, something.
Yeah. I want multiple like climaxes and events of like all those scenes where he's like yells out the name of the attack or whatever. Like the
Yeah.
freeze
Card
frame.
100. It's gonna be Reagan throwing salt.
Yeah, they said they're gonna do something weird with the numbering, where
Card
There's
100
gonna-
will be the sick card.
yeah, card
They
100.
did it. They did it before. They did it with Cinderella Girls. Card number
Yeah.
17.
Yeah,
Card. Because it is just flavor for the character.
yeah,
She's
forever 17.
Yeah, thanks, Nana.
Oh
So.
man.
That'll be funny to see.
Mhm.
Look, I want a broken top end of where Reagan has mob's powers that one episode.
Oh,
Like
that
in
would be
season
so
one.
sick. Where like you have like a Reagan in the front row that like gets all the back row's powers. It'd be funny. I think that'd be sick.
That'd be pretty funny.
I'm super hyped for Mob Psycho. I hope
Yeah.
it gets the same good treatment
Yeah,
Adventure
it's like-
Time.
I think it's like the only thing keeping me from maybe like buying Adventure Time just to say YOLO, but it's just literally the chance to get something pretty cool with Mob Psycho because I don't want to spend that much money when I'm getting slammed by Japan. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go broke. Too many sets.
true.
Too many sets. Oh, Summer Puck. It's fucking
Oh, I
Bo
forgot
Free.
about that.
Fucking Kaguya. I kind of
Oh,
want
man.
Precon A. I already pledged to buy Adventure Time. Now I have to buy Mob.
I mean, I just YOLO balled Dalsegno, so
Damn.
yeah, dude. Hat Girl's cute. That top end is sick.
Was somebody selling like a Mono Del Sagno playset?
I was gonna be like,
No,
wow,
all
dude,
the
that
place
sucks.
I just bought like all the rare and lower cards. That's all the memory cards. So it's all the
Yeah.
sick cards.
Oh, is the set out or?
Well,
No, Dal's
Dalsegno's
segment's been out for a while.
Yeah, it's just not the new set is out.
Yeah,
It's just-
Circus
Oh,
20th
you mean
doesn't
old
drop
Del
yet.
Sagno?
yeah,
Oh,
I bought all the core old cards aside from like the.
Oh
salvage
yeah,
cards,
I have the
like-
Del Sagno deck still. Deck
Yeah.
sucks. Needs
yeah,
a lot.
I just want to play Hat Girl. She's cute.
You do not want to play Hat Girl. You
No,
think
no,
you
I
want to
don't.
play Hat Girl.
Dude, her way here 3-2 sick.
Okay, the 3-2 sick, but
Yeah,
have you tried playing the 2-1?
yeah, it's awful.
It sucks.
But all, her other cards are kind of sick.
Yeah, the runner's
Dude,
fine.
Her hat's broken.
Yeah, the hat is actually a really good card.
Yeah, hat's sick.
I
And then
love
also has the pay one send to memory check for. That's like a
Yeah, that card's good.
Profile.
It's also a clock filter.
yeah. That card was also like $5, but it was a rare. I love it. I mean, dude, I paid. What did I pay? $12 for 3 of a 1/1 event. Actually, probably one of the sickest 1/1 memory events I've ever heard. It's a 1/1. They send it to memory. Whenever you take 3 damage, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1, and then put the other 3 back on top in any order.
That is pretty sick.
It's kind of spicy.
And then you have to pop it from memory, or does that happen every time?
I don't remember if you pop it from memory, but it was just like I saw that card. I'm like, this card is now $4 each. There's merit to this. I believe in Japan.
That memory meta, dude.
Mm.
If this card
That's
text
it.
has
I'm
this
still
card
gonna
goes to
take 3.
memory, it must be good.
I mean, look, I'm really good at taking 3, so it has to be good, right?
You're right.
Mhm.
Oh man. All right, I think that kind of wraps it up. I think this is the shortest cast we've ever had. Congratulations to us for not talking for 2 hours straight.
Damn. What is that? It's like an hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
That's quick.
Yep.
People are going to see the VOD. They're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I guess just touch up to anyone that came in towards the end, if they're here for AnimEvo stuff. What did I write here? So we're moving over to webcam. We're allowing English mix with Japanese, but you have to follow Japanese ban list. And except the only 2 sets that they don't have to is English Cardcaptor Sakura and Batman Ninja. They follow the English restriction list. And we got PR cards provided by Busho Japan and Heart of the Cards. We got approval from them. They got a little bit of prize support, so the top 4 will get congratulations PR cards. The event is looking like it's going to be confirmed 2-day event. Day 1 will be Swiss. Day 2 will be top 8. Day 2, top 8 will stream every single match. But day 1 will be random matches taken from the undefeated bracket of Swiss.
Did you just say every single match in top 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we on day 2?
Nico, you're fine. You're not even gonna make it. You're not even playing. It's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't gotta care.
It's like 7 matches, dude. That'll be quick. Quick 7 hours.
Just a quick marathon.
Quick. It'll quick.
Is this all still going to be best of 1?
Yeah.
You'll have to excuse me. I was also out for the first part of the.
It's all best of 1. It's the same rule set we had before, except the grand finals will be 2 out of 3. That's the only one that's going to be different.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry, Nico. Here.
All right.
Don't worry, dude. Just
All
order
right,
pizza
dude.
that day. You'll be fine. Yep. I think that is about it. Yep. Not too long of a cast. No spicy things to talk about. Maybe next week, if they announce some really crazy shit, we'll have some really spicy takes to go on. Yeah,
I trust Bushiro. They really have a good track record of just dropping stuff day of the cast for us. So
yeah, they've been doing very great work. I'm very appreciative of that they drop everything on Friday before this goes live. I think that is it, though. You guys have any last shout-outs? Anything? No?
Nope.
All right. I guess with that being said, we're going to be calling it quits here. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys in the next video later.
have a good one, guys.